Okay, so I've stayed here at the Anndore House for the last 3 nights and I've had a great time. Overall, it's a great hotel and there are some serious pros to staying here. The location is one of them. But be that as it may, I think that there are some cons to consider and I don't think this hotel is necessarily for everybody. So in this video, first I'm going to take you back to 3 nights ago when I first checked in and we're going to do a bit of a room tour. That video goes through everything that a corner king suite looks like right when you check in. Then I'm going to give you a full review, the pros, the cons, who I think should stay here, who probably shouldn't, the amenities, the service, all of that. We're going to get into it. Also, let me introduce myself. I'm Taylor. I'm the founder of TaylorOnATrip.com. I have to mention too that I paid for this entirely with my own money. The hotel has no idea that I'm doing this. This is not sponsored at all. I just like to give real travel advice to people on TaylorOnATrip.com, my blog. At the end too, I also give a few hotel recommendations if you don't want to stay here. I lived in Toronto for 7 years and I come back pretty regularly, so I do have some other options if this one isn't necessarily for you. Let's get into the room when I first checked in.
Okay, so it's 5 o'clock in the morning, but I just checked into the Anndore House. This is a first look. We've got robes, some of my stuff. Bathroom, I have not looked at this yet. Pretty cute. Shower. I'll check out the water pressure later. I love how this is separated. Ooh, a nice big bed. I'm going to crash in that so hard right now. I'm staying up. It is 5 o'clock in the morning. I got in 4 hours late from Winnipeg, so doing this. How cute is all of this? I love how retro lots of this is. A little rotary phone, a faux rotary phone. Desk lamp. Ooh! What I was waiting for. I do believe this is a record player. How cute. Some water and coffee that I'm going to have tomorrow morning. A fridge. Nothing in there, just more water. Safe. Ooh, some records. Photo book. Cute. I love the decor here. How adorable is that? All right, so this is my corner room at the Anndore House. I will get back to the full review.
Okay, so now let's get into some of the specifics of the hotel. First, I just want to mention that this is an independent hotel, meaning it's not a chain under the JDV by Hyatt brand. And this brand is really about like playful amenities and decor. It is a 4-star hotel, but it also has that little splash of like playfulness and youthfulness to it. Okay, so first up, the restaurants. So there are 2 on-site restaurants that the hotel lays claim to. There's the breakfast spot, the Scarlet Door, and then there's the sit-down restaurant, Constantine. I did pop into the Scarlet Door. It actually has a new wave and punk style, which is very much up my alley because this location here in Toronto, like back in the 70s and 80s, that was really what was going on in this area. It was like very much home to those music scenes. The food was good. I would say the coffee was better. And that is one of my, just to preview my cons of this hotel, the in-room coffee. Like I know that hotels are not necessarily known for their good coffee, but there could be a level up in that regard. I am a coffee person, by the way. I love coffee. I drink it every day. But the breakfast, and the one that I'm talking about now, is at Constantine in the morning. It's from Monday to Friday in the main dining room, and honestly, it's highly rated. Okay, next up, the gym. This is actually one of my biggest cons of this hotel is that there is no on-site gym. And this can be make or break for a lot of people. If you're a regular gym goer and you just want to get a workout and done like in the morning, you don't want to have to leave. This hotel does not have an on-site gym. However, they do make up for this. So included in your room rate is 1 free pass per day at any Good Life gym in the city. And you just have to stop at the front desk to request it. So there's actually a Good Life gym not too far away. It's just a 7-minute walk away at Bay and Bloor. So if you don't mind a little bit of a walk, you don't mind leaving your hotel for a gym, there is one nearby. Next up, events. So a really fun thing about this hotel is that they do host a lot of events right in the hotel. So while I'm staying here, they actually have like full moon baths that you can go to. They also have a perfume making event. I'm staying here over the Valentine's Day weekend, so I think that's like partially why it's happening right now, but it's a 2-day event. You can book either day and you can go and make your own perfume scents. Next up, there is an on-site barbershop as well, and I think this is a really fun amenity. So it's called the Crow's Nest Barbershop. This barbershop actually has a few locations around Toronto. It originally started in Kensington Market, but yes, there is an on-site barbershop here. So if you're going to an event, if you're a man or you have a son and you want to just kind of spruce up before you go to the event, you don't even have to leave your hotel for that, which I think is just fun. As for some other things, they also have like business services, they have laundry services, they are also pet friendly. I left my little Gustavo at home on this trip with my partner, but in retrospect, I think he would have loved it here, to be honest with you. He's a little morky and he likes the finer things in life, so. Okay, so for the service, I would say that the service was really good. The housekeepers came in every day and just did a little spruce of my room. No real thoughts on that. The front desk check-in people were very lovely, very accommodating. So 5 out of 5 stars on all of the service, which is pretty typical for a hotel of this caliber. So definitely good on that. I also really like the in-room amenity line. I did test these out actually. So I have very like fine hair. I use the shampoo and conditioner and body wash just to test it out. And I thought it was, for a hotel, like it's always so hit or miss, I find, with like using these kind of amenities. And I thought that they were really good. They didn't leave any like residue on my skin or hair. So points for that. Okay, so the location. This is one of the biggest pros of this hotel, in my opinion. So, fun fact, when I used to live in Toronto, I lived in quite a few different locations when I was here because I was young in my 20s and you move a lot when you're in your early 20s. But one of the places that I lived was actually just a 15-minute walk away from here on Rose Street. So I do know the location very well. I know this area very well. I know what it's like to be around here, especially if you're a female traveler. Of course, safety is always on top of mind when you're booking a hotel, the area, all of that. So I can say that like the location is one of my favorite things about this hotel. It's like a 4-minute walk away to the subway station. It's so easy to get to restaurants, to any of the like nightlife places that you would want to go. It's not too far away. When I booked this one specifically, so I have some friends in the east end of Toronto, and then I have some friends in the west end of Toronto, and it was so easy to get back and forth to both of them because it's basically right smack dab in the middle. So if you haven't been to Toronto before, Toronto is basically split into the east and west, and Yonge Street acts as like the de facto dividing line between those two sides of the city. So the Anndore House is located right where Yorkville, which is an upscale district, lots of really like high-end shopping, restaurants, really bougie kind of neighborhood, and the Church and Wellesley Village meet, which is like an LGBTQ enclave in the city. If you're here in Toronto and you don't have a car, I don't think you need a car in Toronto. I think that's just I don't know. It just makes life a lot harder. The hotel does have a valet service, by the way. So if you do have a car, take advantage of the valet service, but you actually don't need a car if you're in Toronto. Okay, so the big question, who is the Anndore House for, and should you personally book? So I'd say that the Anndore House specifically caters to couples, to professionals who are in their like 30s to 50s who have a bit of money. And I think it's also really great. Like if you were to have a friend's trip or something, this would be a great hotel for that. Like I said, there is an on-site restaurant and bar. They do have events, and it's just really fun decor. So I think that the Anndore House really caters well to any of those groups. One group that I would say maybe doesn't want to book this hotel is families. So there are no amenities really for families here. There's no pool, there's no water slide, there's nothing for kids to do. All of the events really are catered to adults. Also, another group that I'm not sure if the Anndore House is for is if you like that old school brand of luxury, this one might not be for you. Like I mentioned many times, this is like a very playful hotel. There's really beautiful amenities. It's clean, it's lush, it's nice. But if you love that really like contemporary, like luxury style of hotel, this one is a little bit more industrial. It's a little bit more retro. So just depending on your own personal style, it may not be for you. All right, so a couple of my other favorite hotels in Toronto, I'm going to quickly rattle these off. So I like the Chelsea Hotel for families. This one does have a pool. The Shangri-La Hotel. This one is very much like luxury meets Chinese decor. It's plush, it's luxurious, it's gorgeous, it's contemporary. I also really like the Drake Hotel. That hotel is located in West Queen West. So if you're spending a lot of time in the West End, you might want to book the Drake or even the Gladstone Hotel. Those aren't too far apart on the West End. So if you're looking, I think those also really cater to like professionals from in their like 30s to 50s. They're a little bit more higher end. They're both boutique hotels. So those are two great options if you want to stay in the West End. And what I paid. So I paid $623.81 for 3 nights at the Anndore House here in February. And that is a key component to why I got this room rate specifically. It was on sale. It's February in Toronto. No one travels to Toronto in February necessarily unless there's an event or something like that. I think this is the cheapest it goes, to be honest with you. So for June, and I just looked this up, so I expect this rate to change. Do not quote me on this, but it's more like $400 a night. If you travel to Toronto during the warm season, during the high season, if you're here for TIFF or something like that, it's going to go up even higher. All right, guys, so this is my review of the Anndore House. I also have a full written guide to the Anndore House over on tayloraonatrip.com. This goes into detail of everything I talked about and a little bit more. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. I am totally new to this YouTube thing. With that, thank you so much. See you next time.